Brown. It's the color of nutrient-rich soil, and it also happens to be the color of many nutrient-rich foods. Foods that protect our heart and vital organs and keep us going strong. So today, we're going to explore 8 amazing brown foods for heart disease prevention. But before we dig in, can you do us a favor? Click on the thumbs up and help us spread the word about heart disease prevention. And ring the bell to stay up to date with our latest videos. We want to make sure you get the latest info so you can live a long, healthy life. And stick around to find out how to get 2 heart healthy free gifts. We guarantee both you and your heart will love them. Okay, let's start at number 8, hemp seeds. Hemp seeds have been used since the beginning of recorded history. Hemp was first cultivated in China and later spread to India, Europe, and the Americas. Hemp seeds are a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids. In addition, they contain high levels of fiber and protein, all of which are essential for maintaining a healthy heart. They also contain high levels of vitamin E, magnesium, zinc, iron, potassium, phosphorus, and B vitamins. These are all vital for optimal blood and heart function. Reduced levels of nitric oxide make it hard for blood vessels to relax, medically known as endothelial dysfunction. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Food Bioscience looked into this, finding that hemp seeds reduced inflammation and adhesion molecules and alleviate endothelial dysfunction by reducing oxidative stress, inflammation, and platelet activation. Hemp seeds are a good source of gamma-linolenic, a fatty substance which reduces blood pressure. Gamma-linolenic has also been shown to relieve arthritis and eczema. The next brown food on our list is something that you will absolutely love. At number 7, cacao. The cacao bean grows natively in the tropical regions of Central and South America and is used to make cacao butter, cacao powder, and chocolate. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support heart health, which is great news for chocolate lovers. Cacao is rich in antioxidant compounds called flavonols. In fact, it's one of the richest dietary sources of flavonols. Research shows that flavonols protect against cell damage, dilate arteries, reduce inflammation, modulate blood pressure, and improve blood circulation. Another important thing about cacao is that it's rich in magnesium, and studies suggest that up to 80% of the population is magnesium deficient. Magnesium is used in nearly all bodily functions, including energy production and nerve health. In the heart, magnesium is involved in several essential biochemical processes, including the modulation of vascular muscle tone and endothelial function, meaning that it keeps arteries flexible and functioning optimally. A 2018 review of dietary magnesium and cardiovascular disease found that people who ate more magnesium showed lower rates of hypertension, lower rates of diabetes, protection against stroke, improvements for people showing symptoms of dyslipidemia, and a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. The study reported a 22% lower risk of stroke for people who ate the most dietary magnesium. Another study found that cacao reduced oxidation of LDL cholesterol and reduced the buildup of arterial plaque. So, what about chocolate? Well, it's important to choose a quality chocolate that is high in cacao, 70% or more, and is not high sugar milk chocolate. Likewise, you can use cacao powder to make your own desserts or drinks. Now let's continue. Number 6 on our list is nuts. Nuts are packed with heart-healthy monosaturated fat, protein, vitamins, and antioxidants, making them an excellent food for a healthy, happy, and long life. Primarily, the monounsaturated fat in nuts reduces inflammation and blood pressure. Chronic inflammation leads to insulin resistance, blood sugar imbalance, diabetes, and heart disease. And research shows that nuts help us to keep inflammation under control. A number of studies have shown that eating nuts is associated with reduced coronary heart disease. One study by Harvard University observed 39,000 women over 19 years. They found that those who ate half a cup of nuts per week had a 27% reduced risk of dying from cardiovascular disease than those who don't eat nuts. Other studies found that the antioxidants in walnuts protect cells from oxidation damage, which ultimately leads to plaque buildup in the arteries and potentially heart attack. Almonds are high in vitamin E, which helps to prevent blood clots and reduce inflammation, while macadamias are high in palmitoleic acid, an omega-7 fatty acid that helps the body to absorb more omega-3. Beyond inflammation and heart health, research has shown that nuts aid brain health, protecting against Alzheimer's disease and cognitive decline that's associated with aging. As you can see, different nuts deliver different health benefits, so enjoy a variety of the ones you enjoy. Particularly heart-healthy nuts include almonds, pistachios, walnuts, cashews, Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, and macadamia nuts. Nuts are an all-round excellent whole food. They protect cholesterol, keep your brain strong, and reduce the risk of many diseases. Moving on to our list is number 5, pinto beans. Pinto beans are often overlooked as a heart-healthy food, but they are actually packed with nutrients that can help keep your ticker in tip-top shape. A 2007 trial, published in the Journal of American College of Nutrition, found that eating half a cup of pinto beans each day significantly reduced the markers of cardiovascular heart disease. So what makes these brown beauties so good for your heart? For one, pinto beans are an excellent source of insoluble and soluble fiber. Soluble fiber helps to lower blood pressure and prevents the formation of plaque in the arteries, while insoluble fiber promotes gut and bowel health and improves insulin sensitivity, which are all positive contributors to heart health. In addition to their fiber content, pinto beans also contain plenty of other nutrients that are good for the heart. These include magnesium, potassium, and folate, all of which are linked to lower risk of cardiovascular disease. Pinto beans are also a good source of protein and antioxidants, like polyphenols and flavonoids, which protect against damage from inflammation. Next, we'll explore a spicy addition that not only protects the heart, but brain function too. But first, Heart Disease Code would love to give you a free book, The Surprising Truth About Fat and Cholesterol, plus the first episode of the untold story of heart disease, something that everyone concerned about heart health should watch. Click the link in the description below to claim these free gifts. Now, let's continue our countdown of the 8 amazing brown foods for heart disease prevention. At number 4, cloves. Cloves have been used as a spice and medicine since ancient times. Today, cloves are still used to flavor food and used as a herbal medicine. They contain many beneficial ingredients, including a unique antioxidant called eugenol. In studies, eugenol has been found to be 5 times more effective against oxidative damage than vitamin E, kill cancer cells in test tubes, improve liver function, reduce blood sugar, and modulate insulin function. Eugenol isn't the only compound in cloves with potential health benefits. Cloves also contain powerful compounds such as camphorol and quercetin, which protect against inflammation. Inflammation is a key driver of many chronic diseases, including heart disease, so antioxidants are very important. One study looked at 26 of the most common spices and found that cloves presented higher antioxidant activity and polyphenol content than any other. Another study looked at memory deficits caused by oxidative stress. Trials on rats found that treatment with clove oil could revert memory and learning deficits caused by oxidative stress. Research has also shown that cloves exhibit antifungal and antibacterial effects. So, as you can see, cloves not only pack a decent punch in terms of flavor, they also offer potent benefits for preventing disease, aiding cognitive health, and boosting immunity. Cloves are mostly used in curries and stews, and are delicious in chai tea. Now, let's move on to number 3, flax seeds. Flax seeds contain high levels of fiber, minerals, and healthy fat. All of these nutrients work to prevent heart disease. Various studies have shown that flax seeds consumption reduces the risk for heart disease in various ways. Lignans are a particularly interesting compound found in flax seeds. They are phytonutrients that have a strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. According to the Journal of Nutrition Reviews, lignan consumption is low in the typical Western diet, and intervention studies found positive associations with cardiovascular risk factors for people who ate more lignan-rich foods like flaxseed. Furthermore, flax seeds are a great source of omega-3. Omega-3 is a big topic when it comes to heart disease, and the omega-3 fatty acids found in flax seeds have been shown to decrease risk factors for heart disease such as high triglyceride levels, arrhythmias, and atherosclerosis. What's more, the alpha-linoleic acid, or ALA, found in flax seeds have been found to inhibit the growth and incidence of tumors. So adding flaxseed to your diet is a simple way to prevent heart disease and improve your overall health. One thing to note, flax seeds need to be ground in order for your body to absorb its minerals. They have a hard outer shell which can't be digested easily, meaning that your body can't get the nutrients unless the seed is ground. You can buy flax seeds already ground or use a coffee grinder to do it at home. Now, moving on to number 2, cinnamon. Cinnamon is an excellent spice which goes with many meals, drinks, and desserts. It has a long list of health benefits, which include promoting heart health by reducing inflammation and improving blood sugar control, amongst other things. One of the most interesting things about cinnamon is how it regulates blood sugar levels. Essentially, cinnamon slows down the absorption of carbohydrate into the blood by impacting digestive enzymes. Studies in 2019 and 2021 analyzed the extract mechanisms of how this works. They found that cinnamon inhibited digestive enzymes, lipase, A-amylase, and A-glucosidase, ultimately reducing blood sugar spikes, which led to glycation and cell damage. Other studies have shown that cinnamon reduces triglyceride levels, reduces blood pressure, improves insulin sensitivity, as well as a range of other health benefits that come from the high levels of antioxidants in cinnamon. Research is also building on the benefits of cinnamon for brain health. A recent study found that cinnamon helps to preserve neurons in the brain, normalize neurotransmitter levels, and improve motor performance in mice with Parkinson's disease. Cinnamon can have some side effects when consumed in large quantities, so experts recommend limiting your intake to a maximum of half a teaspoon per day. Now, let's move on to the top one on our list of the 8 amazing brown foods for heart disease prevention. At number 1, Kalamata olives. Olives and olive oil are some of the best foods for heart health. They are packed with antioxidants and polyphenols, which protect your heart from damage. Olives and olive oil are also a good source of monounsaturated fats, which reduce your risk of heart disease in a number of ways. Brown Kalamata olives originate from Greece, and researchers have found that they contain the highest phenol content. That's likely because of their mild treatment. The olives we eat are not the olives that are picked from the tree. Straight off the tree, they are particularly bitter and hard, so need to be cured in water, brine, or vinegar. Kalamata olives undergo minimal treatment, retaining their high phenol content. Olives are particularly high in vitamin E, which is known to aid healthy blood and circulation. They are a good source of omega fats, with oleic acid accounting for 74% of their fat composition. Oleic acid has been shown to lower inflammation associated with cardiovascular disease. A ton of research has looked at the health benefits of oleic acid and olives. For example, a 2020 report found that people who ate more than half a tablespoon of olive oil per day had a 21% lower risk of coronary heart disease. Another study found that eating olives significantly increased the levels of glutathione in the blood, one of the most important antioxidants for heart health. So, Whether you prefer olives or olive oil, be sure to include this heart-healthy superfood in your regular diet. So there you have it. 8 brown foods for heart disease prevention. Hemp seeds, cacao, nuts, pinto beans, cloves, flax seeds, cinnamon, and Kalamata olives. What do you think? Do you include all of these in your regular diet? Leave a comment and share it with the others in the Heart Disease Code community. And remember to get your 2 free gifts, The Surprising Truth About Fat and Cholesterol ebook, and the first episode of The Untold Story of Heart Disease. Just click the link in the description below to get them. And remember to like this video and click the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date as we release new videos. Thanks for watching. We hope you have a happy and heart-healthy day.